What is up everyone, it's TK and welcome back to the channel. Now I have made a few changes to the Warden Charge Rocket Loon attack, and this goes out to say big shout out to Dash Ali because he gave me this army and I actually liked it a lot more than the regular fireball armies. Firstly, because it's very quick. As you can see, we got the jelly with the Warden and we got a few invis, nothing too crazy, but we got some spells to support the Warden as well, with less fairness, more loons and coco loons, and this way we can get even more value. And you're gonna see how we crush these spaces because there is another change, which is a golem. Yes, we're gonna have a golem with our Sui dive because the ice golem just tend to just drop out so quickly or die out way too quick than just going inside and tanking for the heroes. The golem is very good, especially on the max level, which is level 14, and it's actually crazy that a golem has 14 levels. It's just insane. Like a wizard only has 13. I don't know how we got a golem that is 14 levels, but yeah, without any further ado, let's dive into this video. Here we go on the first base and we have a Rage in this core. Obviously, as always, we always have to show you guys this type of bases because whenever you switch armies, everyone is like, well, boom, how do I even take down these type of bases? So these bases are right now quite a nightmare for some of the Root Rider attacker because of the way these Crusher Mortar crush you. Now, look at this, we're gonna have the jelly, and the moment you drop the Warden on the proper clock like you're attacking, if it goes down to 25 seconds, so it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds, your jelly will be off. So you can time your rage spells, freeze spells, or your Warden fireball to that. Now, as you saw, we kind of went and tanked for this expo, freezing, raging, and by the way, the three kind of, I would say, furnaces are for when you drop the fireball and your Warden is now going to go for a certain direction. So don't have it early. The jelly dies, but it's completely fine, it's okay. Now I want to have a nice fireball into the core, going with this invisibility, not taking a risk, and boom, a nice little fireball. And you can see the flame flinger on the right side. Now the main key thing of this army that I'm going to be showing you is log launcher. The log launcher works very well with this type of armies because of the way it gives you value, and if the town hall is inside the core, you can easily get it. So I'm doing some funnel on the right because you definitely don't want the Warden to catch up to the flame flinger and get the value that the flame flinger already is getting. So once you know the Warden is decently safe, if you already have a flame flinger on the lower side, try to have your Sui on the top side. Look at what we're doing right now. We are catching up one side of the base with the Warden on this lower side. We're getting the top side and that lower side. This makes sure you don't time fill. You're not just leaving a certain part to the back end. So you're just gonna be like messing up with the time. As you can see, Rage and Freeze is very compulsory against the Medium Prince. It's very strong. Going with the King ability onto the Town Hall, Warden will surely get the Town Hall. Even if he doesn't, you can still do something. And now look at the RC. You got RC, you got Rage Spell, you got Rocket Loons. This is why I like this army, because you got spells to support, and also you don't necessarily just, for example, send something to die early on like your Royal Champion, or if your Warden dies, it's gonna be something like, I would say that is not gonna be the best, but yeah, just if your Warden dies after the fireball, it's usually a fail in the current Legends League, but in Wars and CWO, you can definitely come back from that. Sometimes you can even drag your Warden with King and Queen with the log launcher to go with the massive push inside the base. This army overall, it's just been working really well for me, but let's go on to another base. So let's have a double poison and we're gonna have a core town hall. A lot of heavy damage, and this base is actually quite popular in Legends League right now, so I wanted to show you how to take it down. Now, there is certain things about a fireball that you shouldn't really like be greedy, okay? And that's like the first rule of the fireball. Especially if you have only a few invisibility spells like this attack. And by the way, what I did, and I'm gonna drop it for you guys, it's in the army link. You're not gonna see the double earthquake and the one invisibility inside this clan castle troops, because there was a lot of time where I had an extra invis and the warden was under so much damage, and because this army takes the poison and the rage inside the army, I actually messed up. I keep on dropping free spell on my warden, whereas my invisibilities was inside my clan castle and it was on another side of the troop bar. So on the army link, I'm gonna have another like a proper one, which everyone is really nearly everyone always requests. You know, rage spell and poison spell. So fireball, simple. We didn't go for a massive core value. We could have, but that would require us for to go with extra invisibility, which we're just not gonna do that for now. Three of these furnaces just going to help the warden. Once the warden goes to the left, you already know the plan on the right. And look at this, man. Golem, giant arrow, log launcher, king, and the Valkyrie to just go with the baby dragon, and we're gonna wallbreak the king inside the compartment. Warden is still fine. Whenever he gets close to these two defenses and the expo, you need to watch out. Rage, invis, or freeze, whichever you like to do. I would personally suggest you to invis because you're not gonna use that for the heroes. And yeah, log launcher just doing absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, this is what you can see. I dropped a freeze on my warden because, as you can see, the invisibility is a bit further away to reach. So yeah, I lost the warden, but he did get decent value. Now, for the top hand side, king ability goes off, he's gonna get some value. And you might be saying, well, queen dies here, king is dying. How the hell did we get the triple? It's crazy, I know, but this is what happens when you got spells. We're gonna go in for the entire 35% of heavy defenses and a minion prince with DRC. Like, this is what I mean when I tell you this army just been working way too much better for me, and this is why I'm bringing you the attack. It does not matter if right now the attack triples with one little minion at the end, it triples, whilst Warden and Queen died halfway through. Rage and Freeze, Headhunter for the Minion Prince, you need to watch out, you can make invisible, look at this beautiful invisibility, but the Minion Prince walked in, another Rage, going with some Rocket Loons. I wanted to really try to tank for the Minion Prince, and now you can see how these loons, the cleanup, the Coca Loons, the Rocket Loons, Minions, they're all coming together to finish the last, I think before I dropped the RC, maybe nearly 30% of the base was left. And we got it with one hero with some nice support. And it was very, very heavy defenses, as I showed you. So, as I told you, this army is very, very good. Try it yourself and let me know what you think. Now, I'm currently working on a Root Rider army, and I'm going to surprise you guys because I finally found a way to use my own method of Root Riders in the Legends League. And as I told you, it's going to surprise you, but a lot of you want to see that video, and that's why I'm doing it. I might switch to Root Riders because it's just easier to perform. You don't have to be necessarily focused 200 minutes in one attack. No, 200, crazy, okay? But let's move on to another hit. Next up, another double poison. And guys, I'm bringing this because a lot of people tell me, well, these are the bases that are against Fireball, right? No, they're not. They're just making sure you get confused of where to drop the Fireball, and you should always be simple. So on this base, usually on the diamond bases, what I do is drop a Fireball on whatever defense is right there. If it gives you the CC, okay, no problem. If it doesn't, it's cool. What happens is that the Warden will then step up and you need to watch out, okay? That's the key thing, because with quick Fireballs and the Warden with the Angry Jelly, things could go very wrong. So just support him. Look at that. We are dropping a rage on the outside because we're not greedy. Guys, do not be greedy. The moment you want to keep a spell and be like, yo, I want to drop another spell, you're going to fail the attack. Trust me, we just dropped 2 rages before 12%. I'm telling you, man, the army is so strong and easier to use than the other Fireball armies. So the Angry Jelly just needs a bit adaptation, so try to just get used to it, man. That's all I can tell you. King on the other side, I'm going to Baby Drag, and again with the Wallbreaker for him. Log Launcher doing absolutely amazing. He's going to give some access at least to the base, but he's mainly there to take down the core, the Expo, and the Crusher Mortar. But my Warden will probably eventually follow the Yetis, which is okay, it's not the worst. King ability very soon on the scatter shot will work very nice because this wall breaker did not make it. A Cockaloon for the Warden, because don't forget you don't have the Sneezy, so every once and then just drop one Cockaloon or a Rockaloon. King ability open everything, and now Queen has access to the Town Hall. I'm going to be able to rage this entire area so the Yeti Mites, Warden, and the Queen can get some value. But I was like, you know what? The Yetis just died, so I kind of swagged the rage. Like, look at that rage, man. Crazy. But again, RC on the lower side. Warden is not having the best time of his life. Obviously, with these healers not switching to the Queen, Queen died. And now the healers are under the Fire Spitter. I'm not going with the freeze. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. Oh, no, Queen is alive. I thought the Warden... Okay, my bad. So, with some Rockaloons, we are kind of going to get down that World Champion to a nicer area of the base so she doesn't move out. And these areas you should always watch out because look at the back end again. We got spells. Again, we got spells and Rockaloons for the back end, something you always want to have. Taking down that, Ricochet Cannon is important. Now, Queen is alive, but look at this timing with the Poison Spell and Headhunter. They were just quite enough, okay? I can tell you, they were enough to take down the enemy Queen. Again, these bases do not give you value. I'm not here to bring you bases that are simple double rage and you just fireball one rage, send the heroes to the other one, and the base is gone. So I'm bringing you some bases that people struggle with. These are the tournament ESL style bases, the double poison, diamond-ish, or box or core town hall. These are all getting used in esport matches, and no one out there in Legends, if you're a regular or average player, have ever even maybe seen these bases because you've only been attacking in Legend League, and these bases did not work at all before the update. They only work because of hard mode, and that's because the defenses alone do a lot more damage, so the people spread the damage with poison towers so they can either time fail you or they can make you slower against those heavy defenses. So yeah, let's move on to the last attack, and I want to show you another base. Up next, let me bring you another base, but this one is going to be double rage regular legend style base. Obviously, I showed you all the rest with box, with diamond, with the core town hall, with the rage and invis, and this one is going to be a certain base which people tend to kind of find a bit annoying because the rage towers are way too far from each other. So if you fireball one of them, you are going to have to deal with CC and Monolith, or with Minion Prince and the Multi Inferno and double Multi Tower. Meanwhile, the Town Hall is raining down on your Warden. So, let me show you how the plan goes. This one, again, we're gonna have the Log Launcher. Only the first attack I use the Flame Finger, and the thing is, you don't have to use the Flame Finger on this army. It actually works a lot better with the log launcher, but if you find a very good flame flinger value, go for it. Now, because the angry jelly here did not finish and it was only a few seconds left, I made sure this defense does not crush my Warden. At the same time, we go with the fireball, and now the Warden is free. So what you do is go for the furnaces on back end of him and let him just take down this building. Why aren't we taking down those buildings inside the Warden walk is because we want the Warden to target them after that angry jelly runs out. So it's technically like the sneezy, but is not the sneezy, sorry, the ice block. So imagine you just ice block your Warden, but this saves you one spell. That one spell alone in Legends matters a lot. So, the moment you see the Warden is fine, you took down the Minion Prince, you have a free spell, you have a Rockaloon, this is where you start. Do not start right here when you are still not dealing with a lot of damage on the top side. Something that I can tell you from experience is your Warden will always die. No matter how good of a player you are, you cannot control that. So, freeze for the Monolith because he was locked down on the King for way too early, but guess what? The freeze basically is swagged because the King ability just went off anyway. Rage, 2 Cockaloon for the Warden. Queen is doing amazing. If the Warden does not get the Town Hall, the Yetis or the Log Launcher would have gotten that. I opened the Log Launcher so the Yetis go in front of the Queen. With some Rockaloons, I'm trying to test for traps and taking down the kind of Monolith. Now, this is where don't spend a lot of spells on your Warden if you got any spells left, because the Warden can get really heavily cooked. So just wait a bit. Wait, if he dies, you can drop the RC right where he is, so she drags the healers. Like, look at this amount of damage. This is what we did. If he doesn't die, you can quickly drop the RC on the far side to try to help him. That's how you can triple the backend with some nice rockaloons, clean up troops, and the RC under the healers. This attack was a lot better than the other one, obviously, because we kind of lost control over some parts of the attack, but this one, we nearly had full control except the king area. Yeah, he just got cooked, man. It happens, and this is how the Rockaloon army, I believe, it just worked better for me. So I'm bringing you how this army could basically maybe work for you. And if you liked it, drop a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you're looking for bases to push in Legends League, make sure you check out our membership on the channel. Or if you want to have access to a lot more bases, 50 plus bases, make sure to check out Clash Champs Legends Leaders membership. I'm a builder there with a few others, and we're appreciating every single support we get out there. So thank you very much. I will see you soon in the next video. Take care and peace.